All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Anxi or Anxi versus HuG. This game taking place here on Turtle Rock. Here we have Anxi spawning as the red undead player over here at what I'll call the 4 o'clock position. Meanwhile, all the way on the other side of the map, we have HuG spawning as the blue orc. Orc versus undead in this 1v1 matchup. And a couple of things to note, this is taken from the NetEase ladder, hence the reason why there are no observers. And, well, that's all I really have to say about that. Anyways, what's going to be going down in this one particular matchup here, opening up to be a solo burrow, Ultra of Storms, and a Barracks. Meanwhile, off on the other side here, we are looking at a Crypt, an Ultra of Darkness, and a Ziggurat. Pretty standard builds, it seems. And as we're going to have a Scouting Acolyte now make its way out across the map. Now, Turtle Rock has been a map that, well, it feels like it has rotated out of the map pool, but to see that it is being played here on the NetEase servers. There are a lot of maps on this map, so I do like Crypt Lord opening just because you have access to a lot of skeletons. You have access to a lot of skeletons or corpses on the downside, though, is that it is rather difficult to try and clear out this 744 creep camp. The 7 creep camp being cleared and beetles makes it rather difficult, and instead we're seeing a dreadlord. All right, that was my third, well, a distant third likelihood of a hero going up against a blade master. Blade master versus dreadlord in this 1v1 matchup, and, well, looking forward to what these players have in store for us. No tech to tier 2 yet, but we are looking at a solo burrow coming in from HuG, so I am expecting a tier 2 as soon as the gold and the lumber is online. Waiting for it, waiting for it, waiting for it. Come on, there. Nope, not yet. All right. Nope, still no tech to tier 2. All right, there we go. There's that tech to tier 2 that I was expecting. Still rather curious as to why he didn't go for that additional orc peon. Getting that extra orc peon, opening up to 20 supply, allows orc players to get a lot more lumber early on or early in the game while this great hall is upgrading to tier 2. Orc players are often limited by lumber, so I'm a little bit curious about that as the dreadlord opts to go for, what is this, vampiric aura first. All right, so vampiric aura first as the blade master now making its rounds out across the map. It's going to be difficult to spot the blade master as he wind walks, but, well, that is going to be well, the downside there. So HuG going up against Anxi as we're going to be looking at all of those ghouls now trying to clear things out. All right, so dreadlord gonna try and finish things off. Blade master, well, got the kill right there. Blade master does take a little bit of damage. Once you break wind walk, you cannot go back into wind walk instantaneously. There is a little bit of a cooldown, as we saw right there. All right, Grunt is off over here, and one of the downsides is, well, you never really know where that Blade Master is, and that is true even for me. I will be playing, well, in a little bit of a surprise zone, as that Blade Master now is actually, well, breaking Windwalk here, going after the Ogre Warrior to pick up one final item. It is going to be Claws of Attack +5, a very powerful item indeed. The Blade Master getting those claws, and, well, those Ogre Warriors dropping some very useful items. Ring of Protection +3, perhaps the least useful out of all of them, but the Dreadlord does in fact have Sleep, sells some items right, or sells one item right there, and what is he going to be doing next? Pulling back and aggroing the creeps. All right, tech to tier 2 is underway a little bit later than HuG's, as down across here, the Dreadlord could try and finish off the Ogre Warrior here. All right, Ogre Warrior taking a little bit of damage. Blade Master is right there. Is it going to get, is it going to try and get that last hit right there? No, it is not. Ogre Magi still right there as the Blade Master may be able to finish off that one point ghoul. There is a sleep. The surrounds don't really matter on a Blade Master at all. Actually attacking to remove a little bit of that healing would actually be worth it, as the Blade Master could make its way back down and go after that ghoul once more. And to be sure, it's HuG, not just HuG. Looks, all right. I will fix it. I will fix it later. Well, I'll fix it on the video. Anyways, Dreadlord down across here. There is that graveyard now down. as the Blade Master makes its way back over, still trying to do a little bit of harassment indeed. Blade Master coming in for harass. That is a large amount of ghouls. What is HuG's follow-up plan going to be? We don't see that much. Well, actually, we see a decent-sized supply right there on HuG as he is creeping or doing a little bit of creeping away from the action. Blade Master gets up to level 2, does have critical strike now, so should be able to just disrupt any of this going on here. What is going on? A couple of grunts low on hit points, gauntlets of ogre strength +3 being left behind as well. We are going into a bit of an engagement. All right, Blade Master getting ready to engage. Shadow Hunter already coming out with a couple of items ready to go. Ogre Warrior now trying to retreat back as the Blade Master, well, gets an ensnare once more. Coming back around. Dreadlord opting to continue to try and creep out this creep camp, and the Blade Master is just punishing the undead player over and over again for the similar strategy. There is that Blade Master right there. He was slept, but he also did windwalk. There's that dust of appearance to reveal his current location as the Shadow Hunter now makes its way across the field. All right, a little bit of damage coming across here. Shadow Hunter. And, well, no easy way to save this Shadow Hunter as it's going to quickly get surrounded. It's going to be the Windwalk push. No, the Windwalk push actually did not work. Are we going to try another Windwalk push? Finally getting that Windwalk push right there. Scroll of speed coming across right as the Hex went down on the Dreadlord to prevent another Hex right there, or another sleep right there. So far, though, that Grunt, it looks like that Grunt is going to end up getting taken down. Healing Salve onto the Shadow Hunter. Only needed a little bit of time right there as that Shadow Hunter's Hex doing a great job of shutting down ghouls. Meanwhile, the Dreadlord's Sleep good at shutting down the Blade Master. 29 supply compared to 34 undead. Well, actually coming out a little bit on top here. Blade Master down to 61 mana. Is it going to, or not going to be able to break free very easily? And the Blade Master ends up getting taken down during this time. How wide that army was still absolutely key, as we're going to get a free Grunt in the mix as well. The Grunt apparently rushing back into the fight, not knowing that it needed to back away. All right, it looked like HuG was going to come away from that battle smelling like a rose. However, losing the Blade Master and a Grunt right there, all of a sudden he was on, well, the losing end of that fight. Dreadlord is going to try and, well, is it going to aggro those creeps again? Death Knight does not get the Death Coil off. Another ghoul is getting lost here. So a little bit of sloppy play coming in from both sides. And, well, sometimes it takes a little bit of sloppy play to just appreciate all of the effort that goes into those high-level games. It's one of the reasons why you watch, like, college games, or you watch a minor league or developmental leagues. You can't always expect the players to be superstars and make those clutch plays every single time. Shadow Hunter about to get taken down. One or two more shot. Oh, Death Coil finishing it off right there. Not unable to get one more swipe from the skeletal minions, as we're going to see another Grunt get taken out again. Dreadlord doesn't have any mana, though. And what is going on here? Another Grunt is about to get taken out. Are we going to perhaps see another potential surround? Dreadlord doesn't have that much mana, as the Death Knight perhaps going to be able to get a Death Coil off onto the Spirit Walker. Spirit Walker down to 215 hit points. And in the ethereal form, meaning the Dreadlord will not be able to finish it there. All right, Dreadlord still low on mana, unable to get a sleep off. One Spirit Walker just staying close by as the Blade Master ready to rejoin in on the fight. Forest Troll Trapper about to get taken out. Level 3 now on that Dreadlord. Tome of Intelligence picked up by that Death Knight as the Blade Master ready to dive on in. There's the Dust of Appearance. Are we going to see a sleep? No, the Blade Master is purposely trying to stay on top of the Ogre Magi. And who gets the experience? The Blade Master gets the experience. Who gets the item? I believe it is the Dreadlord. No, the Death Knight. Death Knight gets the item. Claws of Attack +9 as an Obsidian statue now out onto the battlefield. 370 hit points and dropping like a rock as the Raiders and Grunts going quickly after that right there. There goes another ensnare. The first Obsidian statue out onto the field, only to see it get completely shut down. All right, Shadow Hunter, Blade Master. Well, Lich is about to make its way over, perhaps adding in an Orb of Corruption and Frost Nova. There's Dust of Appearance. Damage going to get added in very quickly. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability already. Where is that damage going to go? Death Knight could get a departing Death Coil. No, does not do so mid-animation as the Death Knight is out on the field. More ghouls making their way back over as the, well, Frost Nova going to go straight up onto that Blade Master now. Blade Master forced to use a Scroll of Speed in order to get away. And are we going to see more damage added in? Yes, we are. Ooh, wow. extremely low healing wave, able to save that right there. Orb of Corruption final attack could have finished it off, as it was a Frost Nova first instead of the typical Frost Armor first. Now, normally you go Frost Armor first against a Blade Master just because you want to protect yourself from potential damage from that Blade Master. I don't mind that that Anxi actually went for Frost Nova first. If he had gotten that kill, that would have been absolutely game-changing again, shutting down that Blade Master and, well, taking him out of commission for a short time. Lich is sitting at level 1, still going to get closer and closer to level 2, as we are looking at perhaps additional creep camps in the center to be cleared. All right. This is a crazy game where so far the action is just all over the place. We see some typical plays now coming in from HuG. Gonna go ahead and get a surround on that Overlord, picking up a Medallion of Courage, +5 to every single stat. So a little bit of a boost right there, +5 to strength and intelligence. Sometimes it feels like that item should go on the Shadow Hunter, since, well, the Shadow Hunter is just so low on hit points and needs that so much. Back down to the south here, we are looking at, well, the ghouls getting in level 2 Vampiric Aura and really clearing out and keeping all of these units alive. This is now a 20% heal every time they attack. So every time they attack, they are healing 20% of their 20% of that damage, and that is, well, that's quite good. Being able to heal, it's almost or just as effective as a devotion, but instead it is, as long as you are attacking and you have hit points to heal, you are mitigating damage. Death Knight sitting at level 2. Level 2 Vamp is 35% heal. Undead Heroes level 3 is it really that high? If it's, wow, all right. And apparently my numbers are off, so yeah, a 50% heal could do if you get level 3 Vampiric Aura. 50% heal seems absolutely crazy. Trying to take down those units would be, yeah, that just seems like it would be absolutely monstrous to try and recover against that damage there. All right, in comes the Dreadlord once more, 50%. Is it how much damage? Yeah, it's healing quite a bit every time it's swiping, and it's actually allowing the Obsidian statue, only one Obsidian statue to be used to try and heal up the remainder of these units. So only one Obsidian statue is on mana duty as opposed to hit point duty, allowing the Obsidian statue, well, to be higher on mana for a little bit of time, and then any single target burst heal the Death Knight can easily take care of. Crota shocked how good undead heroes actually are. Well, come on, the Dreadlord, being as good as it is. All right, are we gonna see level 2 sleep? We are gonna see level 2 sleep over level 2 or level 1 Carrion Swarm. That does come as a surprise. You normally don't need that long of a sleep, as we are now going into a Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain third. We are going into a 3-3-3 hero combination up against a 4-3-3 Frost Nova, finishing off a peon right there as the Obsidian statue is in the back. All right, a little bit of damage and burrows. Normally, undead armies have a very difficult time trying to take out buildings, but with the oh wow, a Death Coil Frost Nova finishing off more units here, as burrow after burrow could end up getting lost. Units are now trying to make their way back. Tauren Chieftain actually getting blocked right there, as we are going to see a little bit of damage come through. All right, Scroll of Town Portal, and I believe all the corpses on the ground belong to the orc. All right, with that said and done, a retreat back home. Death Knight sitting at level 3, Dreadlord sitting at level 4, as we are now going into Frost Worms. 45 supply compared to 50. 50 supply army, and there is a Frost Worm out onto the field. Absolutely entertaining to say, and all of this on one base play. Great Hall is already down. No time for a tiny Great Hall, building that hall the old-fashioned way. Interesting to note that this is a blight right here. It shows on the mini map, but it doesn't actually change the underground site right there. So perhaps that was not revealed earlier. Dreadlord first, mass ghouls and worms. Yeah, very classic strategy. Double pendant of energy on the Death Knight. Um, Interesting to say the least. Double pendant of energy. That Death Knight is going to be able to have burst heals for day. Meanwhile, the Orc army already trying to dive on in here. Sacrificial Pit gonna get easily countered and destroyed. Abominations about to be added in, as well as the ghouls are starting to run out of room to maneuver. No scroll of Town Portal so far as the Acolyte. Perhaps it's going to try and make its way back. Where is it going to go next? 51 supply. Orc, well, getting in kills here. Abominations about to pop on out. And what is going on here? One Abomination going to try and get ensnared. There's that scroll of Town Portal. Perhaps an Abomination is worth trying to save, as well. The units are going to try and engage here. All right, second Frostworm is going to be added in here. Slaughterhouse is already taken down. Double Obsidian statues. And all of a sudden, Anxi is in a little bit of trouble. Thank you for the follow, as the Altar of Darkness is going to fall as well. 64 supply. 2 Frostworms currently out here onto the battlefield. There's a lone shade here. Destroyer's going to try and engage. Thank you for the follow again. Didn't think there would be that many people who didn't follow me early in the morning watching my channel. All right, Frostworms are now going to go after the units, going after those units. There is a giant stomp right there. Ghouls going after the Kodo Beast. Blade Master trying to shut down the Frostworm. Berserkers, however, taking a large amount of damage, as well as that Kodo Beast is somehow still alive after all of this. Vampiric Aura and Scroll of Healing actually doing quite a number, but the Stomps trying to finish off the ghouls, but the ghouls are just going to quickly regenerate their hit points again. As you can see, so much healing being underway. All right, 24 hit point destroyer able to back away in time. That Vampiric Aura really doing quite a bit of work, as one lone destroyer still alive somehow after all of this time. Healing wave bouncing around. 59 supply compared to 49. Scroll of speed. There's another bounce right there, as the ghouls are just in shock and it's completely stunned, as we're now looking at a second Frostworm, joining back up with the first. Kodo Beast down to 31 hit points. Blade Master trying to finish off the units. There goes another unit there. One very gung-ho ghoul taking down a Kodo and being able to retreat back. However, this ghoul apparently didn't get the memo that it is time to retreat. One final shot. Wait, come on. One final shot. There it is. That ghoul taken out. 38 supply compared to 64. One obsidian statue. Slaughterhouse needs to be rebuilt. Frostworms still being trained up from the boneyard. We are looking at 2-base play. If HuG can prolong the game, that will give him a big advantage, as we are starting to run low on gold at the gold mine. Dual morning to you as well. Really nice. Which league or tournament is this? This is just NetEase ladder map. Fighting on Blight has so much healing. Yeah, extra healing, and the ghouls don't even have level 3 Vampiric Aura yet. I do believe that is going to be the strategy. Level 3 Vampiric Destroyers are here, ready to move on out, and in comes the units. All right, Burrow quickly going to get taken down. There is a lot of repairing going on. Army going to engage here, and there's a Wind Rider. What is going to happen? There goes some units. Are we going to see leveling up the Dreadlord? Very close to leveling up to level 5. Once we have level 5, 50% healing, but a Tauren Chieftain with that stomp, quickly slowing that in its tracks. Blade Master asleep on the job, as we now see level 5 on the Dreadlord. Level 5 on that Dreadlord. Are we seeing level 3 Vampiric Aura, more Devour Magic, as the Shadow Hunter trying to get away? Ghouls seem to have hit points for days, as the Tauren Chieftain once again asleep on the job. More damage going down. Frost Nova onto the Shadow Hunter after a Death Coil saves that Lich. And that Lich with plus 19 damage as well, just showing so much damage. So nearly 60 supply army going up against a 30. It's just going to be a matter of time. Blade Master trying to carry the team, but with that Potion of Invulnerability coming to an end soon, gonna easily get taken out. There's a sleep. There's death of a Tauren Chieftain, death of the Blade Master, death of the heroes, and there is, well, the game. Level 5 Dreadlord actually opting for level 3 sleep to shut down the Tauren Chieftain even longer. That was the game right there, fighting off in that corner, making sure that his opponent no longer had that economic advantage. And Anxi just doing a great job staying on top of the expansion locations, and knowing that he needed to finish off that game right there. The expansion really never had a chance to pay for itself. We're looking at a 1200 gold difference between gold mined. Much of that, 1200 difference in the gold being mined. 2 minutes of mining was all that really is at no upkeep. And that ended up being the problem. Just trying to redirect that effort there, having an additional 600 gold worth of units, or having 2 scrolls of healing in that fight with Spirit Link could have been the difference. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, everyone on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, stick around.